Hello everyone, welcome to a new stream, a new day. And as you can see, we have parked A321 by Phoenix, and we'll be flying a group of Dutch tourists for a short, well, medium length fjord hopping flight, I'd say, from here in Alta, the northernmost point in Norway for a plane that is this large. And we'll be flying south. First we'll be making a stop at Trondheim, and after that we'll do a quick turnaround and we'll be heading towards Amsterdam. So I'll be moving towards my my cabin here, and I'll be definitely hopping in my flight deck to start this beautiful flight. And the scenery here is absolutely stunning, and as you can see, the sun is still well, quite high up in the air, because this is summer in Norway, and that usually means the sun won't set. At the 21st of June is the longest day. We call that the Midsommersnacht, and yeah, no darkness for at least 3 months here. So let me head into my flight deck, and I'll be first retrieving my SimBrief flight plan in my EFP, like so. There it is. Okay, that's set. And let's also start our loading through GSX, because it will take a little while, and the sooner it's finished, the sooner we can get up into the air and get moving towards Trondheim for our first leg of the journey. So let me set my external power to on, and the batteries will switch on to on. Voltage is looking okay to me. Then the aiders, we set them to nav position for all 3 of them. We'll set our emergency X-Tex to on, and we do need some oxygen supply for our cabin. That's perfectly set. Then let me quickly also open my cabin sounds, because we have some custom cabin sounds, partly in English, partly in Dutch, and we'll set this to audio as well, because we'll be carrying some Dutch passengers. Anyway, so that's all being set. Let me quickly hop out, because we do have to wait before our loading is complete, and we have enough time to set our flight plan in our FMS, or MCDU, I say. And the cabin is looking quite nice. That's definitely Transavia colors. Nice texturing on the leather here. Perfect. Okay, let's hop out. Open up and open the door. It's a heavy door, so whoop, I need every strength I can muster. Cabin crews that are managing these heavy aircraft doors. And I'll be heading outside for a quick walk around of the exterior, like I always do, while our food is being delivered. We might have a nice wine as well. It's summer after all. Static ports looking good, clear and unobstructed, speed sensors all looking fine to me. Oxygen is in the green. You can barely see it, but it is green, so that's good. Green dots are good, especially except for one. We'll see that later. Static port here is fine as well. And let me see my nose gear. Tires are good. Lights are there. No hydraulic leaks. I'm okay. Let's continue. Engine number 1. Fan blades. They're all there. They're all clean. I agree with this engine. Wow, the patchwork. And our wing. The white crosses are not really modeled, but that's okay. You should see a white cross in here to see that your integrity, that it isn't, that it's like full integrity and it was not too stressed in the previous flight. It will be hopping over to our main gear. So no hydraulic leaks, tires are okay, and I can see enough space on our brake pins, indicator pins for this instance, and the interior is looking perfect to me. Then we'll check the only red dot that we want to see on an aircraft, and that's over here, and that usually means that our fire extinguishing equipment for our APU is all set nicely. Static discharge ports, they're all visible. APU is looking unobstructed and clean. My elevator trim and my rudder is perfectly fine. We have some lovely lighting here right now. Perfect. APU inlet is open and we'll be starting her up shortly because fueling is in progress. Let me quickly take a look at her wings. It's looking fine to me. I can see your reflection, sir, in my wing. That's quite nice. And we'll be checking out our engine, but I can see no hydraulic leak on my main gear. And we have enough under brakes, no illegal stowaway or packages in my gear cover. And then we'll... Already done? Okay, well, I mean, it's only a short flight. We'll be stocking up on some more drinks once we're in Trondheim. Nav light is working. Wing is looking pristine to me. Very nice. I agree with it. Let's check our engine number 2. Wonderful. Looking fine. Texturing is quite good. Well done, Sven. You should be checking Sven Drive on flightsim.io. He makes beautiful liveries and also very nice mods if you're a Dutch aviation enthusiast and you'll be flying in the Netherlands a lot, especially Echo Hotel Alpha Mike. You should check out his profile. That is the bill for our catering service. Nicely done. And I'll be heading into my flight deck because it's time to load our flight plan into our MCDU before our cabin crew arrives. Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay, let's head in. Let's take a seat. I'll be closing my door like so, and I'll be hopping over to my MCDU and we'll set our data. Let's see, initialize. Of course, we need our flight plan from Alta to Trondheim. And that's set. We'll set our IRS and we'll align that on reference. Perfect. Winds for this flight. That should load up any time now. And there they are. Very well. Then we will be flying Tango Romeo Alpha 341, which is Transavia. And oh yes, thank you very much. We'll be stowing you away in a second. Climb index or cost index for this flight is 15. And I do expect I actually was thinking about doing this flight with the ATR to be cruising at 70,000 feet. But unfortunately there is no livery yet. So we'll have to wait for that. Let me stow you away.
Dames en heren, van harte welkom aan boord. De stoelnummers staan aangegeven onderaan de bagagevakken.
Okay, boarding is started.
Grotere stukken bagage, zoals trolleys, opbergen in de bagagevakken boven die stoel. Kleinere items zoals uw laptoptas, damestas en items voorzien van een blauw label, dient u onder de stoel voor u te plaatsen. Op zo'n wijze dat de nooduitgangen niet worden
QNH1008.
op rij 1 of bij een nooduitgang worden vriendelijk verzocht alle losse items op te bergen in de bagagevakken boven de stoel. Ik wil er nogmaals aan herinneren dat roken is to gentlemen, welcome on board. The seat numbers are indicated underneath the luggage compartment. You can stow your trolleys and larger luggage items in the luggage compartments above your seat. Smaller items such as backpacks, rucksacks, and items with a blue label need to be stowed underneath the seat in aisles where the exits are obstructed. Passengers seated on row 1 or next to an emergency exit are kindly requested to stow all those items into the luggage compartments above their seat. I would like to remind you that smoking is strictly prohibited. Thank you and welcome aboard.
That's our cabin. Let me see if I want the ILS normal approach or the ILS north approach. It could be north, actually. Let me see, charts. Then arrival. Why? Ah, okay, that's approach. We need that. True Lambo. Let's see. Okay. Position heights. They'll be flying at. Okay. That's 1430 or 1366. We'll keep it at 14. That's fine. We'll set that later. Let's take a look. How are we on our boarding? Cargo is coming in, and I do see the last. Perfect. We'll wait for them to finish boarding in our beautiful aircraft. Oh, look at the church. Didn't see that before. Wonderful. Oh, there we have an ATR already standing there. I really can't wait for the liveries to drop on flightsim.to, because it would make sense to fly a Tahiti or a New Zealand livery here in Norway. Okay, passengers have been boarded. I'll be asking for IFR clearance in the meantime. So let me hop on over to tower in my flight deck. Good evening, Transavia 341 requesting IFR clearance to Trondheim. Clear to Venus via the Luve 1 Whiskey departure, runway 11, climb to 6,000 feet, squawk 5164, Transavia 341.
Transavia 341, we're back correct. Call me back when ready for pushback or engine start.
Okay, that's set, and we have been cleared for an altitude of 6,000 feet, so let's dial that in. 6,000 set, and our squawk would be, let's see, 5164. 164. Okay, calling back for pushback in the shuttle phase via 341. Goodbye. So.
Dames en heren, van harte welkom aan boord. De stoelnummers staan aangegeven onderaan de bagagevakken.
Are we finished?
U kunt uw grotere stukken bagage, zoals trolleys.
The last few pieces of luggage and passengers. Second bus is still arriving.
U onder de stoel voor te plaatsen. Op zo'n wijze dat de nooduitgangen niet worden geblokkeerd. De uitgang worden vriendelijk verzocht alle losse items op te bergen in de bagagevakken boven de stoel. Ik help u nogmaals aan herinneren dat roken niet in die stoel bestaat. Dank u wel. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board. These seat numbers are indicated underneath the luggage compartments. You can store your trolleys and larger luggage items in the luggage compartments above your seat. Smaller items such as backpacks, rucksacks, and items with a blue label need to be stowed
Fueling is completed pumps and start our APU.
Passengers seated on row 1 or next to an emergency exit are
We have to wait for 3 seconds and start. No smoking signs will set them to on, and the seat belts as well. Okay, perfect. APUs should be coming alive any moment now. Come on, APU, and there he is. APU Bluetooth sets. Perfect, that's... Thank you so much. Corsair 341 requesting pushback and engine starts. Pushback approved, face northeast, Transavia 341.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
That's what I said. Northeast, Transavia 341. Okay, so that should be perfect. So that's... Yep, gear pin is being inserted. Wonderful. And I'll be getting in position as well. Feet on the rudder pedals. And that's our gear.
Looking gear.
Wonderful. And I'll be setting my head. So sync, calculate, and we'll send that to our MCU. And let's see, performance. He rotated 139. Wonderful, flaps 2 up 0.4. We'll set that when we have a positive engine start. And let's see if I can give her my direction. GSX and northeast. Oh, we don't have. Let's just pick number 1. We can make a 180 if it's going wrong anyway. So brakes released.
All engines clear.
All engines cleared. Oh, 2. Okay, starting engine number 1.
Na mijn aankondiging in het Engels heel graag uw aandacht voor onze veiligheidsinstructies. En mocht u na het zien hiervan nog vragen hebben, dan beantwoorden wij die vragen graag. Namens de gehele bemanning wens ik u nogmaals een hele fijne vlucht en welkom aan boord.
Please set parking brake.
Also on behalf of the cabin crew once again.
Brakes are set.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
From Transavia. We extend a special welcome to our Flying Blue and Sky team members. My name is Daniel van Dijk and I'll be your purser on today's flight. And also on behalf of the entire cabin crew once again a warm welcome on board. I would like to remind you that this is a non-smoking flight and all your luggage items now need to be stowed into the luggage bins above your seat or underneath the seat in front of you.
That sounds brilliant.
Such way that neither the
So let's confirm good engine
Talk to
start.
the ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
And should you have any questions after having seen our instructions, we will be more than happy to answer them. On behalf of the entire crew, I wish you a very
Available.
pleasant flight. The cabin crew, demo positions, please.
Very well. Let's release our APU and taxi clearance.
De bemanning laat allereerst zien hoe de storing wordt gesloten, aangetrokken en weer wordt
Transavia 341 requesting taxi to the active runway.
Unlocking gear.
en unfasten your seatbelt. Tijdens deze vlucht bevinden wij
Okay. I'll be lowering the volume of my ATC now, otherwise it will be a bit much. Let's wave goodbye to our lovely ramp agent for her help and assistance. Goodbye! Thank you so much! See you! Okay! Since we're set, let's set our text. Flaps 2. Slats. Wonderful. Flight instruments are clear. Auto brake max. Spoilers are armed. Takeoff position is up 4 set. And initialize weights. Ooh, RJ. Shame. Let's set that. Shouldn't have done that before. So 158.726.4. Set. And fuel on board is here set to 60.9. That's correct. Very much so. Okay. That's us. We're all set. I do hopefully have my direct right, I can see. Anything else that we need to be mindful of? No, not so much. I think we're okay. Yeah. Let's go. Brakes released. Takeoff config tests. Perfect. Let's go. This will be a nice flight. I'm sure. First leg to Tromsø, and we'll be hopping over all the fjords here, and then the second leg will be to Amsterdam. We'll be arriving at dusk. Perfect. Transavia 341 requesting departure. Okay, we're clear for takeoff. Set our nose to takeoff position and on strobe. Ooh. On. Wonderful. Look at the ocean here. What a sight. Little bit gut, and we do have a crosswind, so I should be taking that into account. I'll be needing all the runway here. Perfect. Somehow the nose wheel is not as responsive as I would like it to be, but hey, can't complain. So immediately after takeoff we'll make a turn to the right following the valley over there. That being said, I feel confident, so let's go. 30. Stable. Flex set 46. Yeah, I'll be compensating here. We have amazing crosswind. E1 and rotate. Steady because we're large. And that's perfect. Gear up. That's us. And immediately to the right. Lever set to climb. Flaps up. There we go. Beautiful. I did set it to on, right? Okay. Now we do. Let's speed up. Not sure if so let's speed her up until 220 and flaps and slats up. Wonderful. There we go. And we have been cleared from flight level 170. Set. What a sight. Blue skies. Heavy, long and magnificent. Let's set our Q&As to standards. And our speeds to managed. Let's just wait until we cross our 10,000 feet. there's our increase point. The purple dot there is that it's our profile point, but as you can see at Louvet, we should have been set for 204 knots, and of course we're going a lot faster than that. So I'll keep it at manual because we have cleared for unrestricted speed from ATC. Okay, landing lights off. Great enough. Went wrong. Norway. How magnificent. Let me speed up to 280. Set. Jotunheimen. Massive Norwegian plateau. Amazing. I really got the urge right now to travel there, and it's not too far, so I should be going there. Don't know why I didn't do that before. Blue skies, calm weather, and it will remain like this for a steady while. So there's our turn coming. And after that we can set our airspeed to managed. Now we're turning into Fjordland, and you can see the really amazing fjords on the horizon already. Yeah, that's us. We'll be going there. Brilliant. Absolutely stunning. You can quite clearly see where the photogrammetry, like a high detail textures of the landscape, merges with the somewhat more low resolution parts. Okay, let's speed up. Set it to managed, and there we go. Cleared for flight level 340, so we'll be climbing to 340. Managed, thank you very much. And there we go. Since we're speeding up, let's release our passengers. And it's time for a lovely cruise. And if you can see the clouds right now, let me see the other side. This is what the sim has been made for. It just it's pristine. So for us, it will be a relatively short cruise. I think only 30 minutes once we start our descent and to Trondheim for the first leg of our journey. And after that, we'll be turning around quickly, getting some new passengers on board, and then we'll be continuing our flight to Amsterdam. And if the music is too loud, please tell me, I will lower the volume. But just for me, after flying all day, wow, days and days of flying, sometimes it's nice to have some music in the cockpit. Okay, let's see. That's us. What a beautiful place this is. Norway. No weather on the horizon. It's clear sailing for us. All smooth and fine. So Abasu will be at top of Colline. And let's see, how far would it be for a top of descent? Well, still a little ways to go. But we'll be speeding this bird. Lovely. Papa Hotel, Yankee Hotel, Romeo. Transavia, and in the updated livery that has been released recently this year. So thanks to Sven Druijf, creator on flightsim.to, who makes stunning liveries and stunning sceneries in regards to Dutch aviation. So if you fly Echo Hotel Alpha Mike, if you have the Flight Tempa scenery, you should definitely pick his mods up. Wow, what detail. Look at that. This is unexpected. Yet truly amazing. Over there is Jotunheim National Park. It's the highlands of Norway, and to accounts of the legends, that is where the trolls live. And we have the forest trolls, but also the massive mountain trolls that are roaming through Jotunheim National Park. And as a Dutch person, I sometimes wonder, since we don't really have any accounts of our folklore back in the Netherlands, we do have some tales about wandering spirits over the water, taking the fishermen and leaving the wives as lonely widows. I wonder sometimes, didn't we used to have the same giants roaming the fields, the marshes of the Netherlands? We were Vikings after all, long time ago. Stunning. So, that is the funny thing about the sim. Like, there are days, yesterday, the day before, she was running horribly. The textures looked off, the frame rate was suffering, and I didn't do anything. Nothing. But today, she's running like butter. And I don't know, it's the ghost in the machine. It's a weird experience when you're flying FS24. Still, I'm more than happy that we have this amazing piece of software. What a stunning sight. can see the highway down beneath us. It's a good way to travel through and to cycle. I am a cyclist by heart. I make... of course I'm Dutch. I love to cycle. But bicycle, I can keep it up for like 100 kilometers a day. And one of my plans is to take my bicycle from here in the center of the Netherlands all the way to the northernmost point in Norway. Reaching our cruise altitude. Okay, cloud surfing. Let's see if we can break through the upper layer of these clouds. Cirrus stratus. Seems that we're almost top of descent. Almost. Oh, we'll be breaking through. We'll definitely breaking through. Let's see. Someone is using the lavatory. I always forget to turn that off in FSRealistic Plus. I might be turning it off soon. Because after a while it gets annoying. And that's us leaving the cloud deck. And we'll be cloud surfing. Look at that. Cloud surfing for us. Stunning. Wow. Amazing. What a sight. So let me set my FSRealistic Plus. Because we won't be needing so many sound effects here. So first of all, lavatory off. I think that's okay. Yep. That's better. Pristine blue skies. Look at that. How are we on the other side? Cloudy and yet beautiful. So let's see. Okay. Top of descent is coming up. We'll be preparing for our arrival shortly. I do expect ATC to provide us with our arrival information so we can cross-reference in our MCDU if everything is set correctly. If not, we'll change that and we'll be descending approximately 10 nautical miles before our top of descent. Like I said, we'll be descending approximately 10 nautical miles before our top of descent. And also we'll start our approach phase about 50 nautical miles before our actual approach. So we have slowed down enough to capture our ILS. I mean, you can say whatever you want, but this is maybe the most stunning scenery in the sim up to date. Just look at that. Snow-covered mountains, the highlands of Norway, beautiful. And there's only one thing that would make me very, very happy, and that is a world update for Southeast Asia. If they could do like Thailand, wow, just be prepared for the amazing scenery you will get to see then. But this? Amazing. we're quite lucky because all the weather is to our right. What a sight down there. Just amazing. If you ever were a passenger, fly to Norway. It's... I just can't get enough of it. Every time that I fly here, I'm so happy. Ridiculous. Just ridiculous. Beautiful. I do expect my top of descent in... Yeah, okay, good. So it's at 200 miles away. We have some ways to go. That's okay, because the scenery is amazing. Really can't complain here. I will never get tired of this. Never ever. Just look at it. Sim is very happy today. Treating me on nice, lovely views. Just amazing. Even the lighting works. It's... Yep. Good timing. Norway in summer. And that's why like half of the Netherlands goes out to do some cycling here in Norway every summer. And I mean, they're absolutely right for doing so. Can we hop outside? Yes, we can. Terrible. That's Chaseplane for you. You can do it all. But look at that. Stunning. I really love it. Sometimes, you know, flying is always nice, but sometimes you're treated to a flight that is a bit more than okay. And this is one of those. Everything. The flight is smooth, the scenery is amazing, the weather. I'm always flying in live weather, so it's always hit or miss to see if it actually is something that you like. But look, we have a massive weather front on the highlands of Norway over there, over Trondheim National Park. Then another one to a right building. That's where the ocean is, and we'll be over there. Like over there, we'll be descending through Trondheim. So this will be just ridiculously beautiful. Absolutely stunning. That's our lovely little Transavia A321, Papa Hotel, Yankee Hotel, or Romeo. Up for our first leg to Trondheim, and we'll be doing a turnaround there, getting aboard some new passengers, and a bottle of wine for our lovely passengers for this flight today, and we'll be hopping over to Amsterdam afterwards, and we'll be treated to a sunset approach on, I think, what might be the Polderbaan, so a runway 34 right, 36 right I should say. Kind of nice. And if you are annoyed by the music, if it's too loud or you prefer without music, just tell me, I will turn it off, and we'll be listening to the sounds of our lovely aircraft. But I have been flying for, I don't know, 10 hours a day lately, so to me it's like, yeah, let's have some music now. Makes for a nice change. Let's see. How far to go? 160. Top of descent is coming up. And we'll be starting our descent 10 nautical miles before our TOD. Then we'll be descending at 1,000 feet per minute to catch our intercept 20 nautical miles after. Then we have to set our approach 12 nautical miles before our arrival in to ENVA, Echo November Victory Alpha, and that would mean we have a smooth landing. Hopefully, we did have some crosswinds before from Alta, and I do expect a crosswind from the right when we arrive in Trondheim, Vienna's airport. And with the giants beneath us, because we are approaching Jotunheimen National Park, and according to the Norse legend, That is where the giants roam, the trolls. Troll country, giant country. But we are safe here. We're cruising at flight level 340. And I do expect ATC to provide us my expected arrival anytime now. So I have to keep an eye on my ATC panel and confirm. And let's hope it's the same one that we already set. That means it's a lazy flight for us. Oh, we have some weather coming up. Let's see. We did have a thunderstorm this afternoon over the same area. But we like a little challenge every now and then. So let's see. Okay, we might actually intercept. So I'll be switching off my seatbelt signs in a minute. Cabin crew, we do expect slight turbulence ahead, so in approximately 5 minutes from now we will switch on seatbelt signs and you will be seated as well. Thank you. I'll be looking after my passengers. I mean, if you're captain of an aircraft, it's not just flying from A to B. It's managing crew. It's keeping an eye out for our passengers because their safety comes first. And that's quite hard if the scenery is this beautiful. It's easy to get distracted. Oh my. And I feel distracted. There are all the fjords. Let me see. Can we spot Orca Orcanis, killer whale? Not from here, I guess. A little bit too high. But if you do see one, let me know. Let's take a look. We are surfing views on this flight. Everyone is first class today. How nice. On our way to Point Nupco. 167 nautical miles in, and that's also where we need to set our descent. Can we see the snowy caps beneath us? That's a thick layer of snow. Very thick layer. You wouldn't be caught there. Nope. What also strikes me is that ATC, and I'm running beyond ATC now, also for my AI traffic. It's running smoothly, but it occurs to me, and yes, we are way up north, but I'm the only traffic here. So even on our departure, tower was quite lenient. It was like, okay, yeah, you can take off on your own approval. So, yeah. Basically, it said to us like, yeah, it's up to you. Just take a look around. If you can see nothing, just go. Okay, on your discretion. That's what they say. So that's almost like an uncontrolled airport, which it isn't. It should be tower A to C there as well, in real life. Oh, really? Shall we take a look outside? Can we see the airport? Let me check. So there should be an airport under us, underneath us. And a small city. I can see something. Some bridges peeking through the clouds. Oh, yeah, I see it. There's definitely an airport. Oh, nice. We've got visual. Seems like that storm is moving south at the same speed as we do. It's definitely clearing up. Okay. Makes sense, because even though you would expect, hey, the sun should be lower than this, well, you're wrong. We're in the north. This is Norway. So for 3 months out of the year, this far north, maybe this is like, yeah, the beginning of that whole situation. The sun won't set. It's the midsummer night, the Midsommernacht. And it's a beautiful time where it's daylight 24 hours of the day. And currently where I live, in the Netherlands, it's not that intense. But it is definitely there. So in 21 days, it's the longest day, we'll have sunlight for more than 18 hours of the day. 18 hours. And the remaining 6 hours, they will not be dark. They will be twilight, because the sun is just below the horizon. So it's a very special time of year. On the other hand, in winter, this far up north, it will basically be an eternal night for many months, 3 months or so. For us in the Netherlands, it's like sun will set in 21st December at 8:30 in the morning. Excuse me, it will rise at 8:30 in the morning, and it will set at 4:15 p.m. So that's a very short day. Yeah. And winter is good for gaming. Totally is. Or if you're like me, you'll be traveling through to better places. So last winter I stayed in Bangkok. I enjoyed it a lot. The winter before I stayed in Tanzania, and a few winters before that, the winter before that in the Canary Islands, and before that I was in India. That was kind of an adventure. So after a few weeks in India, I kinda whole-assed to the Himalayas, and there I spent a few times in a monastery with Tibetan monks. They were teaching me stuff about Dhamma and about being happy in general, and I think it worked. I'm a happy person. I'm flying my A321 here. Can't complain. So it's clearing up. Definitely is. Wow. Very peaceful flight. And you can see that amazing storm front is kind of locked above the highlands, the true highlands where it begins. That makes sense. Because the updraft of the hills that are starting there, they will definitely make some thermal invisible wall that basically means that it would be impossible for the storm front to clear it. And you can see it here at Bessador, a high point, and there are the highlands, Jotunheim, and Norway, ladies and gentlemen. What an amazing place. And it occurred to me that I was also like, when I was younger, I was like, I want to go to Alaska, or like Canada, British Columbia. I want to see that pristine nature, and I want to see killer whales and whales in general. And then it occurred to me that I am a little bit blind of the beauty in Europe. Since I grew up here, I live here. And if you approach the area where you live as a tourist, then it is mind-blowing that right outside, just a few hours from here, you have this amazing scenery, unspoiled, pristine nature. I mean, let's take a look outside. 1, 2, 3, go. It's beautiful. Oh, thank you, Chaseplane, for that beautiful transition. But, yeah, it's stunning. I should stop talking, right? It's a lot. But this nature makes you silent. No killer whales yet. I want to see one. We could see if there were like a fin whale, like a blue whale or something down there. We would see it. They're like in meters, 30 meters. That's the size of both our wings. But nah, yeah, it is. My God, that's like our wingspan. Massive. Is it though? Let's see. If you're watching this stream. Oh wow, look at that. The scars of the country. Geological scars. But if you know the size, the wingspan of an A321, let me know. Because all my screens are filled with the sim and flight instruments and ATC and OBS, so I have no room left to Google something. I thought it's like 19 meters per wing, so almost 40 meters, 38. So a blue whale would just barely fit between the wings, right? How do I come up with an equation like that? What a question! Will a blue whale fit between the wings of an A321? Do I have ADD? I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but I see my TOD coming up. So, let's prepare. Do we have a approach yet? No, ATC is... I mean, it's Norway. They are very relaxed. They're like... Like, do whatever you want to do. They say, hey, hey! And you know what's funny? The land is for everyone. So if you're camping or traveling in Norway, I mean, you can own a house and stuff, but you are allowed to put up a camper or a tent anywhere. You can camp anywhere, wherever you want. They cannot like move you away. And you even have like free to use cabins, traveling spots, and wonderful. So if you stumble upon a European black bear, then get into a cabin and you can cook something. Mostly there are ovens and kitchens. Basically it's a free-for-all country. Though, if you buy stuff, I mean the land provides, there's enough nature there, you can eat berries, whatever. Be careful with the mushrooms. Or you'll be flying like I am now. But if you want to buy like food and stuff, they're a bit more expensive than like the general expensiveness of stuff. Like in the Netherlands, it's already quite expensive if I'm traveling abroad, but Norway is really expensive. And if you like to drink a beer or you like alcohol, I usually don't sometimes, but that's really expensive. Yep. So Norwegian people, they're often quite healthy because impossible to do unhealthy stuff. Oh wow. And still Norway is spoiling us. Amazing. Just spinning. Fjord. Fjordistan. Oh, cool. Yeah. Might be after the Netherlands. No, I think it's for me it's the most beautiful country in Europe. Yes, it totally is, and the people are very, very friendly. Like, for most people they can seem a little harsh, but I'm Dutch. Dutch people are way worse. We are friendly but very harsh, and the thing is, we are quite blunt and honest and to the point. But what Dutch people do, if they see something they don't like or there's a rule they don't like, they won't abide by that rule. They're like legislation. I don't care. I'm old enough. I can take care of myself. I just do what I want. So, and if they see something they don't like, they tell you. So in Norway, they are also quite blunt and direct. They're not like bully and like, oh, you look beautiful, blah 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 blah, like rest of the world does. But they're not like, they will not tell you in your face if they see something they don't like. They will just look at you and ignore you. So that's the difference between Scandinavia and the Netherlands. Yeah. So the opposite is the United States. There people are very socially outgoing and they talk with more words than I do. Like, oh, haha, that's amazing. And they say that about everything. Because it's very important to be positive, I think. Which is, it's totally right. But maybe they already understand that it's a waste of energy to start a conflict. Ah, we have our arrival. So the Napka to Lima with a runway 9er. And let's see, what did I set for my flight plan? Can I see here? Whoop, 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 whoop. So if that's like a route, it should be here somewhere, right? Blah, 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 blah. Routing. Yeah, we don't have to do anything. It's all set. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. What weather chart do we have? Do we have a wind chart as well? I want to see. Yeah, we do. Okay, so blue, we're coming in. Oh, that's what I said. We will have a crosswind. And yes, we do. Like 90 degrees crosswind. That will be challenging. Because the thing is, we're in between the fjords. The winds will kind of like funnel through that valley. And yeah, we'll be wiggling. Let's see. Oh. It's not that bad, but still. Okay, well, up for a challenge. Nice. We'll be doing that. And we're offset on our flight plan. It's normal procedure that if you have a cruising altitude, and especially in busy airspace, or if you're doing an oceanic clearance where there is no ATC, you will set an offset course. So your flight plan is in the middle, but if you were on an offset, you'll be flying like 1 nautical mile or 2 nautical miles to the left or right. And you basically scan ahead if you see other traffic flying or they radio their transmissions, and you'll be adjusting accordingly. And most of all times, the company rule is that you never fly the same offset twice. So it's basically a randomization in aircraft behavior, in your routing. Let's see. It's a wonder that I still live, so let's refresh that. Human is 1000. So, slightly low pressure. Set temperature in Trondheim right now is 22. Wow! That's very warm for Norway. And it was, it was 30 degrees here last week. We had 1 week of 9 degrees Celsius, and the week after it was 32 degrees. Crazy. The weather here is, yeah, it's lovely. Next summer we'll have tornadoes. Knock on wood. Actually not, because I want to see one. We'll have a tornado without casualties. Yeah. So 130/12. Oh, that's a bit different. 12 knot wind, ladies and gentlemen. Crosswind with gusts. That's something. That's actually windy. 12 knots. Ooh. Okay. Let's see, what else do we need? Our minimums. Let's check. Minimums. And star ILS. Our speed will be like this, 1430. Okay, I'll set that. Minimums. Landing speed 140. Yeah. Intercept is at 1800. So I'll be dialing that in here, like here, once we're on our descent. So first I'll wait my descent clearance. Oh god, we need to descend. So, set 2600. I'll be informing ATC. Right on time. Right on time. Look, exactly on VNAV profile. I wanted to descend a little bit early because, you know, usually you have like a flight officer, first officer that will help. I'm by myself. All alone. But I enjoy. I'd be flying you safely into Trondheim. So 1800, I will set that here. But I have been cleared. Also to 260. That's what I said. Thank you, ATC. And 290. Let me check. Our arrival from Lepco. We have to be at flight level 120. Is there a speed restriction here? At Tukla we have a hold. So in case of something, we can hold here, or we can hold at Irkiks. And there we have to be at 4000. At Tukla we have to be max 220 knots. So let me see if that's actually in our flight plan. Set. Wonderful. Perfect. Yeah. So everything is set. Onwards. Almost there. I'll be turning off the music now, lowering the volume, because we'll have to focus a bit. And you can see that we're getting more south now, so the snow cover is gone. Also, the land level is a bit lower than what we've seen before, even though in Trondheim we do approach between the fjords like you have here. It's like here, like an airport over here. So yeah, stunning actually, quite stunning. And still like the scenery. I think it's from Aerosoft or Orbx, and I bought it back in the FPS 2020 days. So I still had it in my lab. Oh, we're a bit cleared for 130. So it's set. Check. So I own it, and the funny story is that I couldn't really, like my last PC, I was playing FSX and FS 2003, and the last PC that I bought was actually, I bought it to run GTA 5. I was younger, I was a real hardcore gamer, so it had a 1060, stuff like that, you know, basic, like mid-level, maybe even low to mid-level gaming gear. So then Flight Simulator 2020 was announced 8 years ago or something, and maybe a bit less, 7 years ago. And I decided, because it was announced like, yeah, it will run on Xbox, and buying a PC back then was already like 3,000 euros if you wanted a good gaming PC. Xbox was 400 euros back then, so I bought the Xbox Series X to run the sim. How would I know? And actually, in the beginning I did enjoy it. I was frustrated in the beginning because the sim was released for PC first. And I had to wait for almost a full year before it was ready for console. But then it got released. I enjoyed it. And then I was buying stuff through Microsoft Marketplace. I was buying more stuff. I was trying more stuff, and we cleared for a descent to 4,000. So my library and my scenery became quite heavy. Set our QNH to 1000 if it lets me. Yep. And that meant for our lovely little Xbox that she could not carry the sim anymore. So I had to deinstall stuff. I bought the PMDGs because I like study level aircraft, and that's why I'm flying this lovely Phoenix A321, which you couldn't buy on the Xbox, and I was frustrated. Anyway, 24 dropped, Flight Sim 24, amazing, and that's when I decided, okay, I jumped in on the Xbox Series X for a few missions. Few IFR flights, and I was like, no, hell no, this is not running. It's not running. So I saved, I hauled ass, I worked. I have a normal job, but I took an extra job. So I was working in the office doing my finance, forecasting stuff that I usually do, and in the evenings I would work in a bar until, you know, I worked until 6 or sometimes until 7 a.m. in the morning. And then my other job started again. So there were nights that I didn't sleep, and I worked and I worked and I worked. And I had to save 5,000 euros to buy a new PC because I wanted the best PC. I wanted the RTX 5090, 9950 X3D, because I thought, hey, if I will invest into Flight Sim, then I will never doubt if I could get any better. And I wanted to try recording and streaming because I really enjoyed looking at other people streaming the sim. I really enjoyed it. I wanted to do it as well. I don't care if I don't have any followers. I'll be doing my stuff. So I saved, and I almost had it. I was at 4,800, and then the RAM crisis happened, and the prices, they were like skyrocketing. So I worked a little more, sold some stuff. I sold my Xbox. And then I had enough. I bought this PC for 5,800 euros. A lot. Almost 6,000 euros. So, but now I have a PC that can run the sim. And currently my same setup is 7,000 euros. For a computer. For a flight sim. That's crazy. But hey, you get this. It runs like butter. It's beautiful. We have clouds. Fluffy clouds. They're amazing. And I run the Phoenix. Okay. set that to 20. I'll be switching over from, let's turn off my weather radar. Whoop. And terrain. So, yeah. And now I have to learn stuff. Because editing in DaVinci, it's hard. My first video that I did on my channel, that was like a montage type video. 17 hours of editing. And you have to relearn the sim. You have to relearn the flight control stuff because you won't be flying with the Xbox controller anymore. No, you want Chaseplane. You want the nice cameras. That means your Xbox controller is a glorified camera stick because you cannot use it anymore. So I have... I bought the T-Flight Hotas 1. 100 euros, ladies and gentlemen. Cheapest flight gear in the world. But it works and I'm so happy with it. Yeah, I'm relearning everything. And these A320 series, they're finicky. They're very finicky when it comes to their performance, or not. So I can land a PMDG, I can land a 737, a 777, fine. In the A350, it's butter every time. On the 777, butter every time. But this one, and I love her so much. I'll be flying her every day until I stick her landings. But she's and you don't have to over manage her. It's small little sticks on my cheap ass little joystick that I have here, my flight stick. Maybe that's the problem. It's not me, it's my gear. That's what I always say. Okay, funny thing. This is our green dot is our VNAV profile. We'll be turning right here. This is a pink dot is a descent because we'll be having 220 at too low. But you see the pink little arrow here is actually where you need to be. But the margin are these two pink lines. So we won't be going slower than that, we will be going faster than that. So if the VNAV profile was very steep and we would have been speeding up on our idle throttle, that means that we would have to use our speed brakes. Do we want to use them? No, because we're throwing away energy and that's expensive. We're burning energy. So we never want to do that. That's always the last thing that we'll be doing. Yeah, keeping the cost low and taking account of our CO2 profile. Yes, we're a Tesla. And this is our outstanding scenery. And the butt of our plane, Corsair A321, shiny little butt. Okay. I'll be setting my auto brakes to medium for this approach. Speed brakes armed. Let's see if she will decelerate on time. 14,000. I'll be turning on the passenger signs. Cabin crew, overlapping. Set. Do we have a nice view for you? I think we do. And to the right, can you see the ocean? Not yet. Well, maybe in the distance. Believe me, you'll be flying over it in a minute. You'll love it. So stow away your drinks, stow away your food. Tablets and phones on airplane mode, because I'll be landing her. Brilliant. So this is we need to be up or above 5,000 feet. So you might be like, oh no, I'm panicking, I'm way too high. We're actually not. We should be able to make it. Though, if you're flying here at 5,000 feet, you'll be like overflying the mountains with just a few hundred feet, and that is a wonderful view. So next time I might be like adjusting that, but I promise you we'll get some views anyway. We have a cruise ship. It's a big hub here in Trondheim for cruise traveling. Yeah. Let me see. Hello. Stena Line. They're so massive. They have a nice view. They get to see us doing a wonderful approach into Trondheim. Turning in. You can already see that's where our airport is. So we'll be going along the coast, then we'll be turning and we'll be flying over the bay. Before we will be arriving. Wow. She doesn't want to load the textures yet. Come on. Welcome back to 2000, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, yeah. It's the new millennia. Oh, I think we're a bit high now. I'll be setting my flaps to 1. And I'll be activating my approach phase, because I want to be sure. Let's see. Slats are up. We need to slow down. It's flaps too. I think we're a little high. Yeah, we'll be definitely using. We'll be burning eggs. Interesting. It shouldn't be like that. So it could be sim brief, and it could be me. I'll have to calculate my VNAV profile. So the 1:3 ratio. Because it dropped down like roughly here. Okay, that's better. We'll be catching up. Very steep descent here, very steep arrival. That is not actually what I remember, but we'll see. And if it's too high, I will just do a go around, and I will be basically manually flying her in there. And then it will be just one lap. Or we can hold at the next intercept point. That's also a possibility. Hold to lose altitude. But let's see. 8 nautical miles to 5.1. That's a bit hard though. That's impossible. It should be from... Okay, this is 770. It's 7 to 5.1. 700 to 5,000 feet is barely possible. Barely. But from 8 to 5... Well, we'll see. It shouldn't be really possible. So that's definitely a sim brief thing. But we have a nice view. Okay, cleared for our ILS. Let's see if it's established. Yep, we're so high. But we'll be making an offset turn anyway. That's where we can compensate. Oh. All the lovely lakes above the ocean. And yes, I did set my flaps and my approach quite way before. Little high. But I think that is the only solution to slow down and lose altitude for us to be able to intercept our ILS VNAV. There she is. So this will... if we make it, it will be easy for us to do a manual approach. We won't be needing our ILS here. First leg of the day. It's 8 p.m. here. So I'll have to turn around, and at 9 p.m. I want to depart from Trondheim to Amsterdam. I think that's another 2 to 3 hour flight, so I'll be arriving in Amsterdam around midnight. Lovely. What a hobby. Steady as she goes. Landing lights are on. I will set my nose to the position as well. Seatbelt signs are on. I'll set my altitude for 1000, which should be 1800 for us to intercept our ILS. That's set. Yeah, okay. Spoilers armed. As soon as I'm on glide slope, I will lower my gear and set flaps to full. We're not the only traffic here, so I'll be calling in my approach. For this approach, we are established on our ILS Corsair 341. Roger.
2,500.
Check. Perfect. We made it. Now it's up to me. Landing lights are on. Spoilers are armed. Speed brakes armed. Flaps are set to 2. Auto brakes set. QNH 1000. We're good to go. arming my approach.
Hundred above.
Check.
Minimum.
Check. Continue. We're very stable. We'll make it. Set over 1200. We can enter low. It's funny though, shouldn't really allow us. But at least we'll have a nice view. Hello, Norway. So. There's our glide slope. Yeah, I know. Glide slope is captured. So, gear down. Flaps 3. And flaps full. Perfect. And now I feel the wind. You can see it. But, you know, I'm a pilot. Check. I'll be flying. I have control. Oh, gusty. I'm crabbing. Moving like a crab. You can see it. In crab position, so I'll be needing my rudders to get her back to center as soon as we touch down. And that's what makes these kind of approaches a little bit tricky. Especially in an aircraft that I don't control.
500.
I mean, it's okay, but I'm not really professional yet. Like, really good. Eyes on the dots.
4.
Yes. Committed to land. Very windy.
300.
Yep, we're a bit high. I'll be compensating. And no, I'll.
Well,
Yep, I will.
Think rate.
No. Eyes on the
100.
dots.
50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. Retard.
Full reverse. Why is my reverse not? Oh, was I hopping? Horrible landing. Is that KLM? Yeah, KLM City Hopper, Embraer. Wonderful, we made it. No one saw that. I'm alone. No one in the stream. No one saw it. I'll be deleting this video. Okay, so la. Let's exit here.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the airport. Please remain seated with your seatbelts fastened until the aircraft has come to a complete stop at its parking position.
Woo! Pay attention, RJ.
Both the fastened seatbelt signs
Okay,
have been
wait.
above your
So,
head.
whoop. Let's go.
Be careful when opening the overhead luggage compartments. Items may have shifted during landing and they could fall out
That's
unexpectedly.
horrible.
Be sure to check the seat pocket in front of you so you won't leave any personal
Let's start our APU.
behind. On behalf of the entire crew, we hope you had a pleasant flight with us today. We look forward to welcoming you on board again soon. Smoking is only allowed
Let's contact ground also. I need to do 5 things here. Come on. Ground, tower. Okay, request taxi to the gate. Which gate is ours? 500 things that I need to do here. I need a co-pilot. Start. Let's go here.
Dames en heren, van harte welkom op de luchthaven. Blijft als we nog even zitten met uw storing gesloten totdat het vliegtuig volledig tot stilstand is gekomen. U kan alleen wel wanneer het teken...
Norwegian 737s. Oh my god, that was so horrible. Do we have a gate? Gate A6, Alpha 6.
Controleert ook de stoelzak voor, zodat u geen waardevolle spullen bij ons aan boord achterlaat.
38, 31. Which is Alpha 6? Maybe GSX will show me.
Namens de gehele bemanning hopen dat u een plezierige vlucht heeft gehad. We zien u erbij toe ons graag nog eens terug aan boord bij Transavia. Voor nu wensen u welkom thuis.
Wow.
Blijf of als u nog doorreist naar fijne verloop
Wow.
voor de reis toe.
No clue.
SkyTeam en partners hartelijk dank en graag nog eens. Tot ziens.
Alpha 6. Is it all the way around the corner? No. I want gate 30. I want 34. GSX. Can we have 34, please? 30. Nope. Yeah. Okay, that's us. Okay, check. We'll be going there. APU is alive. Landing lights are off. Disarm. Flaps up. 30. Did I set 34 or 30? 34. Yeah. That's us. Next time will be better. Whoa, I think I was a bit speeding or something. Don't know what happened. Okay. Let's get her straight. What is with the VGDS? How? Okay. Well, you know what? Let's do. Oh wow! Right on the center line. A bit more. We're very precise here. Okay, good. Parking brake set. Then we need to do a turnaround here. So engines off. APU is live. APU bleed on. Engine 1 off. And beacon off. Now we. Yep, deboard. Oh, deboard. So, what was that? Wonderful. Taxi lights. Oh, so I said off. Do we have external power? Yes. Okay. External power set. APU off. Off. Left lights. We'll keep them on for now because I have to do a turnaround. Yep. I'll be loading in a new flight plan in a minute. Have to make that one on SimBrief. Let me see. Do we have our luggage? Yes. Take those bags. Ah. Trondheim. Okay, SimBrief. Flight plan. New flight plan. Edit. New flight plan. And I'll be going with Tango Romeo Alpha 341. That's us. We'll be going from Echo November Victory Alpha Trondheim to Echo Hotel Alpha Mike, which is Amsterdam Schiphol. I'll be flying the A321. Bear with. A31200. Then the CFM SL version. And we want, of course, we want all the passengers on board. So passengers full. It's a non-scheduled flight because we're charter flight for our lovely little tourists here. Then I'll be picking a route, which is the real world one, and generate flight plan sets. And I'll be, after that I'll have to reload my Beyond ATC to have some traffic. Not sure if I can do that in-app. Hello, thank you for flying with me. I was alone on this flight. Do you have complaints? Take them to the, to the Norris government. I was alone. No co-pilot, and still you're safe. You're walking, not in a wheelchair. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but it means I didn't injure you. I'm very proud of myself. From zero to hopefully one day a hero. Yeah, looking fine. How are we on the... Well done, sir. Ooh, you'll be getting a sunburn. I see it in your face. Nice red skin. Yes, that's a sunburn. La-di-dee-da-da. So I need to switch off my fuel pumps. Like so. Is there anything else in it? We can keep Iris on. She's still working our passengers. Yeah. Ooh. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Hello. Oh, you look angry. I did do I mean, come on. Landing was not that bad. Yes, it was horrible. Okay, I know. Hello. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All very Norwegian looking people. And yeah, and some Dutch people, of course. She's definitely Dutch with the red lipstick. Very Dutch. And she'll be getting back on board after we've done our refueling. Bye. Need to work here. I'll set my flight tracks off. So that will reset anything else. Whoop. Very well. That's set. I'll be restarting my Beyond ATC now. Away with you. And you will be opened right now, so we have our new flight plan. Then I'll be loading up my flight plan in a minute. After our deboarding is completed, then we can load a new flight plan. Otherwise, I think GSX will be very confused. Oh wow, I'll be flying until... What's our block time for our next flight? Air time is 1 hour and 58 minutes. Block time 2 hour 26, but it's a bit less because we're already, we're not cold and dark anymore. So 2 hours. That means I can make it at like 11. Probably. Yeah, 11:30 at max. So once we enter the north of the Netherlands, it will be sunset. Bit earlier maybe, but we'll get to see the nice night lighting of Schiphol and the beautiful lights. I should have done it the other way around. Then when you had a full daytime flight. Because the sun won't set here. Cool. Okay, I think that is our deboarding. Almost completed. One more suitcase to go. Is that all? Show me. Okay, one more. Taking it slow and steady. This is for me actually the first time that I do real turnarounds in the sim. And I'll be flying double flights. Okay, you can disconnect. Well, there you go. Wonderful. Thank you, sir. Goodbye. See you in a minute. Okay. Well, Door should be closed now. Let's see. Listen. Okay. Ooh, nice sound. Okay. Ready. Let's import next flight. There we are. Ground. Is all set. Mass and load aircraft. GSX. Full boarding. And that should be automated. Yep. I don't need to do anything, right? Good. Perfect. So, let's head to our FMS. Or in this case, our MCDU. Request our new flight plan. Oh, hardcore. This is so hardcore. Trondheim to Amsterdam with Transavia Tango Romeo Alpha and 3 or 1. Our climb index or our cost index for this flight will be 27. Okay, we set that. Same as before, 340. And we don't have to initialize our area rest because they're still on an aligned. Winds will request them. Perfect. Then expected departure for this. Of course, we just arrived at runway 9, so we'll be departing from runway 9 through the Utun 1 Alpha. Utana 1 Alpha, third, swift turn to the right at 1500 feet. And we have a speed restriction until PSUB at 220. So, note to self, don't set flaps to 1 or 0 after takeoff. You'll be crashing. Arrival into Echo Hotel Alpha Mike is, according to our flight plan, runway 18 right. And that is the infamous Polderbaan. That means we have to, like, it's almost like taxiing from here to Amsterdam. It's like 30 minutes of taxiing when we arrive. For Bluff 1 Alpha, no transition, we won't be needing that because we'll be arriving from the north. So, that's, and I don't really need to look at the charts in the Netherlands because I'm from here. I know all the airways, especially for Echo Hotel Alpha Mike and Echo Hotel Lima Echo, that I actually do my flying. So in real life, yes, ladies and gentlemen, this person flies in real life sometimes, and he also can dive. Scuba diver. I do them both. So for me, this beautiful planet is very much 3D. Let's see, how are we on our... Okay, yes, fresh food. I'll be needing some coffee as well. Not in real life because it's after 8, but next time definitely. What else do we need? I'll be setting my weights after this is all done. Do we also... How are we on the fuel? Words? Okay, we're not... Yeah, we are refueling. God, RJ. Let me do a quick walk around of the exterior then to see if our plane is still in that... It feels very tricky to say, okay, we'll jump out here. It feels very tricky to say, like, okay, we just flown the plane, we don't need to do a walk around, but it's actually quite important that you do a walk around. Okay, no hydraulic leaks, fine. And tires are still pretty much okay. I didn't mess up that bad, even though it looked like we were bouncing a bit. I did flare, but in the A320 and A319 you cannot flare too much, only like 5 degrees. At the Boeing you will flare 10 degrees. So I decided to do a 5-degree flare, but maybe I should be flaring more. But it looks really good. Enough on the brakes, tires still pretty much okay. No hydraulic leaks. Static box and speed sensors, I saw them, they were still unobstructed and clean. And I can see all my static discharge ports here on the wing. And let's see if our nav light is working. Run, 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 run. Yeah, it's working. And normally you should see a white cross here. If you don't, that means your wing integrity is failing. But it's not modeled. So that's okay. Let's head back to the behind of our little aircraft. Check our fuselage, APU inlets, okay. Here is the only red dot that we want to see. No red dots except for this one. That means our fire extinguishing equipment of our APU is intact. And it is. Elevator and rudder are both unobstructed, and I can see still all my static discharge ports. Let's quickly check our left gear. And this is very important, because if it's damaged, that means we had a tail strike. We didn't have a tail strike, luckily, even though what a horrible landing that was. But back in Amsterdam, I have no excuses, because that's home country. I should be landing here like butter there. Assigned runway 18 right. That is due to noise restrictions. At night, that's the only runway that is able to operate. So we'll be arriving with a slight crosswind there as well. Yep. Okay, check. Like I checked for the fan blades. They're looking good. Nav light working on my static discharge port. No white cross, but that's okay. And my ailerons are all clear and unobstructed. And look at the reflection, though, in the wing of the engine. That's neat. That's beautiful. Yeah. Air France, KLM, Royal Dutch Airways. Ah. Okay. Yeah. Since I was a little boy, my dad used to bring me to. He used to take me to Schiphol Airport, and we would stare and like just hang out and look at all the beautiful planes. And then back in the 747-400, and I bought my dad actually. He bought me a model of that plane, and that's where it all started. It began there. Every night I was admiring that beautiful 747-400, and that's when I decided that I loved aviation, and it never changed. Still is. We're done? No. We'll be fueling up quite a bit for this flight. It's a bit longer than our previous flight. Wow. Ooh. I hope my cabin crew is preparing me a nice cup of coffee as well. What do we have here? That's an Embraer. Yep. White livery. That's fine. And I did see some Norwegian 737s parked here before, but they're gone now. Don't know why. Did they depart or did they despawn? That's the question. Yon ATC, what are you doing? But that's okay. That means we have... whoa! Don't run me over. That means we have the whole airport to ourselves. Wow! Max Verstappen, look at that! Whoa! Speaking of... Wow, who's that? Hamilton. What's his name? Oh, Hamilton. Ah, whoa! Hey! No! Not me! Wow! They were aiming for me. Okay. I'm scared now. Norway, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be getting out of here quickly. So let me head back to my flight deck. Hello. Nice bags. They're very old. Vintage bags. We should... it would be nice if... Oh! GSX would model some like rucksacks, backpacks. Like Samsonites and stuff. Hello! Oh, I'll be needing to... Okay. Hey! I'm not there yet. Let me... I'm in. So, that means fuel... Is fuel on board? Was it finished? Oh god, how can I? Yeah, fuel is finished. Good. So I'll set my fuel pumps. Check. Then APU master switch on. 1, 2, 3. Start. Seatbelt signs are on and no smoking sign is on. That's good. We'll need that. And let's see. Whoop. Weight is 19. Wow, we were running 12,000 pounds before. Now we're running almost 20,000 pounds. So yeah, it's a longer haul. So 19 dot right 19.8. Yes. 19.8. Zero fuel weight will we'll wait for that because it's generic. Like yeah, you know. Wow, do they have a welcome to the future. Maglev. Magnetic jetway. Whoa, scary. Zombie nation, everyone. Or maybe it's just like an escalator thing, you know. It's Scandinavia. Oh wow. It feels like a factory. Okay, good. What else do we need to do? Intercom is on. I'll be arming my spoilers. Asking for IFR clearance. Let's see. Let's see. Turn up the volume for ATC. Good evening, Transavia 341 requesting IFR clearance to Amsterdam Schiphol.
Transavia 341 bears ground information Sierra current cleared to Schiphol Airport via U-turn 1 Alpha departure, runway 09er climb to 6,000 feet, squawk 4314.
Cleared to Schiphol Airport, Peter Jutuna 1 Alpha, departure, runway 9er, climb to 6,000 feet, squawking 4314 with information Sierra Transavia 341. So, 6,000.
Transavia 341, read that correct. Call me back when ready for pushback or engine start.
Nummers staan aangegeven onderaan de bagagevakken. U kunt uw grotere stukken bagage zoals
then I'll set my squawk for 4314. Set to both. Affirmed, coming back for pushback and engine start. Transavia 341.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board. These seat numbers are indicated underneath the luggage compartment. You can store your trolleys and larger items in the
We'll
luggage compartment.
simply have to wait for our boarding to complete. And of course it's, again, it is our luggage that is taking its time because passengers are boarded. APU did spin up, so I'll be setting my APU bleed.
I would like to remind you that smoking is strictly prohibited. Thank you and welcome on board.
What is this? Oh, wow. Okay. It's like the sim saw that I was looking at the digit and it decided to hop in quickly. But still, I'm not satisfied. I need more. How are we on our baggage? Okay, yeah. I mean, at that rate, it will take ages. We have SAS CRJ in the distance. But it's actually funny that 737-800 Norwegians despawned. We ready yet? You can disconnect now. Still be speeding. Okay, thank you. Let's close our cargo door. And I'll be drinking some water here.
All aircraft be advised, information tango now current QNH 1000.
Information tango check. QNH 100 is set. You can go. Do we have more? There's not more cargo coming, right? I don't think so. I'll be heading in. Let's see. That's all fully loaded, so I'll be setting my serial fuel at 158.726.4. 158.7-2/ in this case set. We'll be calculating our V-speeds, departure, sync, calculate. Okay, wow, 153 actually. That's a bit, yeah, we will be needing more runway this time. We'll send that to our MCDU. All set. Yeah, perfect. Let me open my flight plan here. Then, we'll definitely be... It's not allowed? Why is it not allowed? Should I realign my... like... No, it's already aligned. Is that a sim thing? Or do I miss something? They're all set to nav. Huh. Oh, of course. Flight. Still not. Do I need to activate my flight plan? It is activated. Oh, it was not... I didn't press it good enough, apparently.
Dames en heren, van harte welkom aan boord. De stoelnummers staan aangegeven. U kunt uw grotere stukken bagage, zoals trolleys, opbergen in de bagagevakken boven die stoel. Kleinere items zoals uw
Set.
laptoptas,
Perfect.
thermostas en items.
You learn something new every day.
Onder de stoel voor.
Let's see. Set.
Passagiers zitten op rij 1 op
Predicted
bij
wind shear is on. Okay.
opbergen in de bagagevakken boven de stoel.
6000 set. Q&H set. Set my constraints. A. APU set. Beacon is on. Strobe set to... Yep, you can do your thing. And I'll be asking for pushback and engine start. Trondheim Tower requesting pushback and engine start. Transavia 341.
Transavia 341 bands ground, pushback approved. Face west.
Face west, Transavia 341. Okay. Why is this so big anyway?
City Island 184, taxi to stand 36 via Alpha H Yankee.
Taxi to stand 36 by Alpha H Yankee, City Island 184.
Waiting for what? Waiting to complete boarding? I wouldn't say. Oh, it was... Okay, there's our pushback tuck. Let's wait for our gear pin. Parking brake is set. Is our ramp agent already here? Let's take a look. You can move away now. Please move. What? I mean, my beacon is on. Nav is on. You know what? Whoop. Complete now. Goodbye. And that should... Yay! Thank you, thank you, thank you. I need to get...
Hello, Captain.
Hi.
We are ready for...
You'll be taking us to Amsterdam. Careful.
Archer check completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Thank you. Okay, take me away, sir. You, take me away. Woo. Wonderful.
Locking gear.
Yes. Okay, I'll be getting ready here. Again. Facing west.
Release parking brakes.
Brakes released.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at wheel.
Okay. That was a swift turnaround. I'm proud.
En dames en heren, ook namens het cabinepersoneel nogmaals van harte welkom aan boord van deze Airbus A321neo van Transavia. En een bijzonder welkom van onze Flying Blue Sky Team deelnemers. Mijn naam is Daniel van Dijk, ik ben vandaag uw purser aan boord van deze vlucht. En ook namens de voltallige bemanning nogmaals van harte welkom aan boord. Ik help u er graag aan herinneren dat dit een niet-roken vlucht is en al uw handbagage dient vanaf dit moment veilig. Vakken boven uw stoel of onder de stoel voor u op zodanige wijze dat gangpad en uitgangen niet worden geblokkeerd. Dan vraag ik na mijn aankondiging in het Engels heel graag uw aandacht voor onze veiligheidsinstructies en mocht u het
Available.
van nog
Starting
vragen
engine
hebben,
number 1.
beantwoorden wij die vragen graag. Namens de hele bemanning wens ik u nogmaals een hele fijne vlucht.
Set.
Waiting your confirmation for good engine start.
Why is he talking in a Russian accent?
We extend a special welcome to our Flying Blue and Sky Team members. My name is Daniel van Dijk and I'll be your purser on today's flight. And also on behalf of the entire cabin crew, once again a warm welcome on board. I would like to remind you that this is a non-smoking flight and all your luggage items now need to be stowed into the luggage bins above your seat or underneath the seat in front of you in such way that neither the aisles nor the exits are obstructed. May we now please have your attention for our flight safety questions. After having seen our instructions, we will be more than happy to answer them. On behalf of the
Wonderful.
entire crew, I wish
That's
you
a good engine
very
start.
pleasant flight.
Let's confirm. We have a good.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start.
Oh,
You can
it's
disconnect.
Unlocking gear.
it confirmed before I clicked, so that's automated as well in the Phoenix A320. That's awesome. I won't be. Goodbye, GSX menu. I won't be seeing you again. So, yep. Let me set that. Normal and performance here. Flaps 2 or 5. Okay. Auto brakes max. APU off. And let's. Oop. Okay. Set. Corsair 341 requesting taxi to the runway.
This will start the flow of oxygen. Place the mask over your nose and mouth.
Transavia 341 taxi to holding point Alpha 1 runway 09 via Yankee Alpha 1.
You can assist your children better afterwards.
Taxi to holding point Alpha 1 runway 09 via Yankee Alpha 1 Transavia 341.
Aangegeven met de bordjes exit. Dit zijn 2 deuren voor in het vliegtuig. 4
And let me set my auto response and turned off. Dial down the volume on ATC. Okay, so taxi lights set to on, and we'll need our turn off lights as well now because it's getting a bit dusky here. Then parking brake off. Let's go.
4 hatches over the wings and 4 main doors in the rear of the cabin. Low level lighting may guide you to these exits, and at our main exit doors an audio signal is activated. Please be aware that the nearest emergency exit may also be behind you.
Was that our ramp ancient? Did we just? Sorry. Normally you would move out of the way and wave goodbye, but I didn't see it this time. I'm so sorry. Okay, let's go. Because before the cops come and they... No, sorry. Okay, terrain on. The purser is now explaining to the cabin that we have safety jackets in case we have a emergency landing over water. Takeoff cockpit test. I did set to 2, right? Oh, apparently not. Now we did. And that's why you have the takeoff config test. And my rudder is not moving. Come on. Look! It thinks I'm still connected to the pushback tug. Okay. Yes, interrupt. Now? Okay. Config test. Okay, so now we're free. I thought that there's actually a train modeled here that drives by sometimes. Okay, let's go.
Camera crew, please see it for takeoff.
Check. So the bombardier behind us is pushing back right now and departing for Arlanda, which is Stockholm, going to Sweden. And you saw SAS, Scandinavian Airlines. It's now of the same holding as Air France KLM. They just purchased it, so it's quite massive now. And I'll be, yeah, that's awesome. Now Lufthansa and we're all set. It will not happen, but it would be awesome. Corsair 341 ready for departure. Really? We'll ask again. Corsair 341 ready for departure. Clear for takeoff. Landing lights on. Strobe on. Still a little slow on that nose wheel, so I'm oversteering a lot in this A321, and that's all just because it's brand new. So that's nicely lined up. Let's stabilize. Wonderful. Stable. And take off. No toga, I need flex. Come on. Where's my flex? Flex 49 set. That's the funny thing when you're flying with hotas 1. Cheap, but it has no IDATs. So it's quite hard to set it in the right way. V1, rotate. Positive rate, gear up. There we go. And we'll be not exceeding 220 knots for a while, so we keep our flaps, but we can set it to position 1 now. So flaps to 1, and we'll keep it at that for a little while. That's us. Oh, that's our butt. Not very interesting. Lever set to climb. It says sleds up. I think it's very close. Should we listen? We'll wait until we are in our turn. Altitude is set to 170. And we'll set the QNH to standards. Set. Taxi lights off. And the runway turn off lights also. Good. On our way to the Netherlands. There we go. Slats up.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are requested to observe the no smoking and fasten seatbelt signs you can level above your heads in a few minutes. The seatbelt sign will be switched off. However, for your comfort and safety, we advise you to keep your seatbelt loosely fastened whenever you are seated. Be careful when opening the luggage compartments. Items may have shifted during takeoff and they could fall out unexpectedly. The aircraft has lavatories in the front and rear of the aircraft, and these are also fitted with a smoke alarm. We'd like to remind you that smoking and the consumption of your own alcoholic drinks is prohibited anywhere on the aircraft. During the flight, we'll be serving food and drink items for sale, and these are mentioned in the magazine in the seat pocket in front of you.
Goodbye, Tromsø. I think, oh, that's sunset, right? I don't think the sun will drop below the horizon here, but we'll be speeding our way down south, and it will be setting there. Absolutely. pushing through the clouds in a bit, and we'll be cloud surfing. But what a nice view. Again, still amazed. My behind hurts. I need a new chair. Well, I'm so happy. It would be hurting as well if I were a passenger on this aircraft. You know actually that this, if you ever flown a 737-800, like economy style, like budget style, you know that after 4 hours you feel it. And what I did, like 8 years back, I flown a 737 from Amsterdam to Zanzibar, Tanzania. It's like 14 hours. So first we had to fly to Egypt. There we had to refuel and we could not exit the airplane. We have to stay in our seat for 2 hours for refueling. And then we had our second leg to Tanzania, to Zanzibar. And I did that 2 ways. Like going there, coming back to Amsterdam after a 9-day stay. Because I mean, I was not poor, but I was budget traveling, and I had to pay for my diving equipment as well, so it was already very expensive. So I took this cheap flight, and it was yeah, quite something. But on the way back, I was one of the only passengers on board, so I had a whole row to myself, and I could actually sleep and lie down full horizontal on our way back. And I've flown later in business class with Qatar and stuff. Very good experience, lovely. But to have a whole row to yourself and you can actually sleep, that's just amazing. It was a night flight, so I was very happy. I came back in the Netherlands very refreshed. Okay, ATC, could I have my clearance any moment now for my cruising altitudes? Landing lights off. And let's release our passengers. We can stop the clock. I'll wait for my altitude clearance and my handoff to Central, and then I'll be setting her to cruise. And I'll be playing some music in the background to keep myself awake. Maybe we'll get a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, and I'll be right back. Okay, we have cleared for frequency 118.55 center. And let's see. I do expect my altitude clearance now. Yeah, set to flight level 340. Set. And that's us. We're off. Beautiful. So 1 hour and 30 to 34, maybe 45 at max minutes left before we arrive in Amsterdam. So that is around 22:30, 22:45. So just after sunset. So that might be a very nice approach, because we still have the hue of the twilight in the sky, but we can see all the airport and traffic lights. Slight turbulence. What does my weather radar say? Do we have my radar on? No. Oh, who did that? I did not. So, that's better. It was cabin crew. They were bringing me a cup of tea. Some weather. Not a lot. It's beautiful, right? Amazing skies. 1, 2, 3. Let's head outside. Okay, I am making some tea. I'll be back in 5 minutes. Okay, I do see that somehow the stream is getting very stuttery. So I will be checking what's going on. Also, there's a thunderstorm arriving here in the Netherlands. I can hear the thunder outside, so that's quite tricky if you're using your system. So let me see what's going on here. So we actually have a major thunderstorm coming in real life. So I'll have to close. I have to shut off my computer. I'm very sorry about that, but that means I will have to end the stream. Unfortunately, we didn't make it all the way to Amsterdam. We are now, let's see. Well, making our way to Oslo, it would still be a long flight. So thank you all for watching. Very sorry, but I'll have to shut it down now. Maybe I'll be back later, otherwise tomorrow I might be streaming or making a video for my channel. So if you liked this stream, please leave a thumbs up and consider joining my channel. We'll have so much fun coming up in the future. I have amazing ideas, and flight simming is a big passion of mine, and I'm so happy to share it with you all. So thanks again, and I'll see you soon.